There's the art, then there's the artist. Alice Munro, a Nobel Prize-winning short story writer, the pride of Canada, is being looked at with a new lens after her daughter's first-person essay was published in the Toronto Star on Sunday.
Though I had told most of my family about the abuse when I was 10 years old, no action was taken to protect me, and I was sent back to my stepfather's house.
Andrea Skinner, Munro's youngest daughter, had been repeatedly sexually assaulted by her stepfather, Gerald Fremlin, starting when she was 9 years old, abuse that carried into her teens. Skinner's suffering took the shape of bulimia, insomnia, and migraines, something that got worse when, in her 20s, she gathered the courage to tell her mother.
Unfortunately, nobody did anything to stop it or help me heal at that time. And the effects of that were that I felt really devalued and even dehumanized by not just my abuser, but all of the significant people of my life.
Skinner said that Munro reacted exactly as she feared, as if she'd learned of an infidelity. Instead of protecting her, Munro stayed and protected her abuser, telling her daughter she'd been told too late, that she loved him too much to leave him, and that she couldn't be expected to deny her own needs, staying with him even when Fremlin pled guilty to her indecent assault in 2005, all the way to his death in 2013.
This is a famous, wealthy woman, and you would think of all people, Alice Munro would have been the one to say, I am choosing my daughter over her sexual predator.
The revelations are prompting a reckoning within the literary community.
She is, a woman author who centered women and girls in so many of her stories, which I think makes it especially painful.
Some are throwing away her books. Munro Books in Victoria are showing their unequivocal support for Skinner, saying they'll take time to consider the impact her heartbreaking abuse may have on Munro's legacy, whose work and ties to the store were previously celebrated.
There are women who insist on centering men in their lives, and we have to ask why.
Online, some of the reactions are of "Me Too," something the Victoria Sexual Assault Centre says isn't unusual.
When things pop up in the media and social media, we often at our sexual assault center do see a spike in calls and people reaching out for support, because it can bring up things that either they've talked about in the past and have just resurfaced for them, or things that they have never said to anybody.
For decades, Skinner's abuse remained an open family secret, ignored by Munro's biographers and family. A dark, unseen side of a once celebrated Canadian literary icon.